It's called Advanced Answering Techniques. So it is three professional people explaining to other people how to answer different questions, a multiple variety of questions. Advanced Answering Techniques.
Hello and welcome to Advanced Answering Techniques. I'm one of your co-hosts. My name is Josh, and this is a podcast on which we take listener questions and give them a healthy meal. Gabe didn't like.
That's good.
Somebody didn't like what we were saying last week.
That doesn't mean delicious.
And then we keep feeding them. And hopefully the questions start to put on some weight. And every day, because our eyesight is not the best, we tell the question to stick out its hand between the bars. And we feel the question's finger to see if it's getting any fatter and fatter and juicier and tender.
Are the questions people?
Well, they have hands and they stick their hands out.
And
I guess I was hoping
mouths and stomachs.
that it was maybe a monkey, an ape of some
Well,
kind.
I don't know if you're familiar with the famous folk tale of Hansel and
I
Gretel.
put
but
that together that's what you were referencing. I was just trying to
Hansel is
get away from cannibalism.
the famous story where there's two monkeys.
I don't think I would be thrilled about eating an ape or a monkey,
right.
but it would be certainly, I'd prefer that to eating another human being.
Yeah, the other version where it's a woodsman and his wife, and they have two monkeys.
Yeah.
And the wife says, "We can't support these monkeys anymore. We should set them free in the woods."
She says, "Why do we even have
these
them?"
monkeys?
I don't even
Should get
want
rid of
to.
these monkeys, huh? Then we maybe could have some more food for us.
Yeah,
And the woodsman is just kind of this weird guy who really wants these monkeys.
he's got
attached to them.
He's attached to the monkeys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I need to read Hansel and Gretel again.
We have two more co-hosts. One of them is Caleb, and he was recently at the Friedkin Freakout, which is a conference celebrating the film director William Friedkin. And Caleb, your lecture was called Freakin' Random Friedkin Facts. How did that go?
It was great. Friedkin.
How do you structure something that is in its title
Random?
described as random?
Well, you know what you do. You number the facts.
Okay, I thought this is where it might be headed.
1 through 20. And then you roll a die. A
Okay,
20-sided die.
but-
and you read out whatever fact it is.
But what?
And that's your talk.
But what if you get the same number multiple times? What if you just keep rolling like 12 over and over? Do you read the same
Then
fact each
You
time?
actually have a series of. I assume
It's
it's
a
a
tree.
series of.
It's a tree.
Okay.
You have a 20-sided die, a 19-sided die, an 18-sided die, and as you
Oh, yeah. I was thinking about using that method. Josh did propose that method to me while I was talking to him before, and he was like, "You should do it this way." And I was like, really thinking about it.
Yeah.
It was really
It's
hard to find a 17-sided
that's
die.
tough. It's a
That
prime
was
number.
the one. Yeah. And so I couldn't do it. And so I made like a branching tree of facts.
Yeah.
So I had to come up with a lot of facts.
That's a lot of facts.
By the way, I realized that 19 is also a prime number, so
Okay.
so I didn't want to make it so.
Seemed like you didn't know
I didn't
that.
know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I understand.
Another co-host is Gabe, and he does these long rants on the popular video platform Rumble. And Gabe, over the last couple weeks, people were complaining about the movie Weapons and saying it's a hagsploitation film, that it portrays old ladies in a bad light. And you were saying that you agree with that, and that for a long time that's been one of your complaints, kind of in a spate of complaints, one of your major complaints about the movie Hocus Pocus
Yeah.
is its portrayal
Yeah.
of hags, witches.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that, well, I guess it is, I'm fine with the truly evil aspects of hags being, being, I guess, brought to light.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. But I do think that people need to get their categories correct.
Oh, I see.
And I know it's probably,
You're a little bit sensitive about.
well, because it's dangerous to miscategorize.
It is.
Yeah.
You don't know.
What
you
would
get
you would
yourself-
say you would kind of focus on the main categories as being
Old women categories.
like hag versus crone sort of thing.
yeah. Okay.
That would be like hags are definitely, you don't want to
Right.
run into a hag.
Yeah.
I think we've established that that's actually much worse than a crone.
Right.
Yeah, it is.
So that's an important distinction there. Crones are also not to be.
They're kind of
Messed with.
unpleasant old women, but they don't have the powers of the hag.
Yeah, they're a little wilier, but they're also, they don't have the exact control over
Yeah.
natural,
Yeah.
phenomena.
So for you, it's like it might be more dangerous to interact with a hag, but you kind of know exactly where you stand.
Yeah, that's true. They're more forthright.
Yeah. Well, you said you want the bad aspects. It's good to bring the bad aspects of hags to light.
Yes,
But what are the good aspects?
they can sing. I think
Yeah.
in Hocus Pocus.
Well, they do
Okay.
sing. Yeah.
They do sing?
In Hocus Pocus, you don't cast Bette Midler.
I was gonna say I've actually. So full disclosure, I've actually never seen Hocus Pocus. I was
Yeah.
always too afraid to watch it because
Of the words.
Where
No, I
would you?
remember-
How are you even interacting with it if you didn't watch
would
it?
see it in the video store, see the VHS cover in the video store. Too scary. And this must have been when I was very, very little because I, in preparation for this question, looked at the VHS cover and thought, oh, that's really just three,
Yeah, sort of bosomy lady.
Yeah, exactly. With
I get why that's scary.
extra
as a kid.
makeup. They kind of look like drag queens, I guess.
Yeah.
So that is a little scary.
It is. That, and do you remember, oh my gosh, I'm forgetting his last name. Howard Stern's Private Parts. I remember seeing that.
I've never seen them.
Yep.
I didn't see the movie, and I haven't seen them either. But I remember seeing the cover.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it's a big kind of naked Howard Stern
Yeah.
kind of just walking through New York City.
Yeah.
And everything
In a kind of Austin Powers situation.
Yes.
Yeah, yes. I would say the Howard Stern cover. The cover of Howard Stern's movie
Right.
Private Parts is kind of like Austin Powers.
Yeah, it shares some definitely, they're kindred spirits, these films.
Yep.
Spotlightify comments. We have one from Joy for episode 95, Wrong Car. She says, ha 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 ha. Thank you for the radio play. It was amazing. She had asked us previously to do a You've Got Mail radio play, and we did that. And then she says, also, I hope Justin isn't in jail for Grand Theft Auto. And I thought that was kind of funny because that's not something you can go to jail for. It's just that's a video game.
Well, I was going to say, I hope that I hope he's not in jail for Grand Theft Auto because he'd be in jail for a long time because Grand Theft Auto it's going to take so long before it comes out.
Before the
Yeah,
next
the new
one
one.
comes out.
Yeah.
For the duration of Grand Theft Auto.
Or just the release.
The judge said, you must go to jail until this video game is released.
Yeah.
Love this judge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I want to meet this judge.
You want to meet that judge?
And Justin is just refreshing IGN
in his
and
cell.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got internet, so it's not that bad.
He snuck in a phone.
Yeah.
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 He can
Somehow.
watch the new season of Stranger Things, so it's fine.
It's actually fine because in preparation for the new season of Stranger Things, you can go back and watch all of the other seasons
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Because you've got the time.
Totally. Yeah.
Oh, man.
You're doing time. You're watching Stranger Things.
Yep. And that's supposed to help the time go by. in
Right.
prison?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's supposed
okay.
to be better. I think that's. Yeah. I think
It's not like-
I think the thought is that will improve the time.
That wasn't
I would
part
actually.
of the judge's deal.
Yeah.
Like
It's
you
not-
go to prison until Grand Theft Auto comes out, and you can only watch
No,
Stranger
it's not a
Things.
punitive dimension
Okay.
of the sentence.
We also have on the same episode a comment from one Sim. I believe that's a Simeon. And he says, and
Like an
just,
ape?
Well, no, it's like more of an SI. So the first one is more like a character in a video game, a sim, and then
Okay.
Simeon
Yeah.
is Simeon. I
Oh,
believe.
EON.
Bible.
Yeah.
Bible,
Bible, not
science.
monkey.
Song thereof.
Yeah.
In that episode, we were trying to come up with what the particular brain problem is and means that you can't recognize what a car is. And I think we just said, car blind. And we put it in some category of neurodivergent. And so Simeon says, autodivergent, neuromobile. Josh, please write a song for the pod that will reactivate Gabe's dormant genetic code so that he'll become a car again. Please. Thanks.
What does he know that I don't?
I mean, I was racking my brain. I did go back and listen to that episode to see if I could identify what parts of those were specific, and the autodivergent neuromobile thing definitely slots in with that.
I like that.
But I didn't remember I was trying to work on a song about it, but I didn't remember that.
Yeah.
That about you, that you needed to become a car again somehow genetically.
I don't need to, and I don't know if it's possible.
Right.
I guess I don't want to hear the song. I'm pretty happy with the way things are as a human.
That would be a very cool kind of Cronenberg movies, to see a man become a car
genetically,
just in his, like, physicality. Mm-hmm. Like, we've seen all these movies like Cars 1 and Cars 2, Cars 3, where cars are kind of made to look like people.
We're excited about Cars 4.
But I want to see a Pixar movie where people are made to look like cars.
Yeah.
Where
people
are cars.
I feel like it would roughly be the same.
No.
Or is it just Transformers?
It's a lot more disgusting.
I was going to say it'd roughly be the same as Cars, but they'd just be kind of like they'd have like a flesh.
It would be like the song
wrap.
It would be the song by, what was it, Memphis Breeze?
Yeah, Memphis, Kansas Breeze.
Memphis, Kansas Breeze.
From the Comedy Bang Bang podcast.
Oh,
yes.
Like
9 years ago, probably.
Yeah.
When there's a car that's born... A truck that's born...
Specifically.
With human skin, and when it is born, it says, please kill me.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I just want to see some kind of collaboration between Cronenberg and Pixar. It could really make
when are they
something
going to pick him up on
interesting.
something?
Yeah, I've been trying to get them talking for years now.
I had the Cronenberg Pixar collab on my 2025 bingo card, and we're running out of time here.
Oh yeah, we are. I mean, to be released?
Announced.
Was it on your bingo card?
Just to be announced. I can show you. Look.
Yeah. So and I've got to take some responsibility for that, because I haven't been putting my whole effort behind making sure that happens. And I do want you to get everything on your bingo card.
Well,
that
maybe
you want.
I guess if you write the right song and play it for me, it could be just a documentary. We just have to get Cronenberg to follow me around.
Oh yeah,
while
just
you do
film you.
Yeah. I'm not opposed to...
Then Pixar's not involved then.
I'm not opposed to getting a song like that together, Sim. I wasn't able to do that this week.
It wouldn't have to be Pixar. Sorry, quickly. It wouldn't have to be Pixar, but I think we could also get John Lasseter. He's not up to much these days. He could join us, in the room while Josh plays the song for me.
Yeah.
Who knows? I might need comforting.
It might just be inspirational.
Big hug after
Lasseter.
Oh, huge hug.
That's massive.
And then we have one from 2 episodes ago, episode 94, radio play. This was from Justin. And this one came in right under the wire. This was as I was prepping right before you guys got here. This was the single greatest podcast ever produced. Once you guys inevitably get bored of answering questions advancedly and need to change the podcast again, it should definitely be radio plays. That was the episode where we did the There Will Be Blood radio play.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
Wow. Now I don't want to do that.
Yeah. Once it's been suggested.
Now it's like I can't even do that, because then he'll have that over us.
Yeah. It
If
would
you
be
wanted
pretty
that
hard
to
for
happen, Justin, you shouldn't have even said it.
Well, what he should have said is, I hope this podcast never ends.
Mm-hmm,
And the worst thing that could happen is that you guys end this podcast and start doing radio plays.
Yeah, that's true. That would have got us doing it. I mean, that would have been.
That would have
been kind of advanced chess for Justin, maybe.
4-dimensional chess, maybe something. Maybe
I don't know if it has to be 4D to be advanced for Justin.
just not checkers. We do have a radio play this week. Should we save it to the end?
Let's do
as
half
we've been
now
doing.
and half later.
It's very short. It's much shorter than the other ones. Maybe
I'm excited. I'm very excited.
You want to
about
do it
this
right
one.
now, or is that
No, I
excitement
think-
going to push you
let's,
through?
let's do it.
I think we wait. I think we tantalizingly we dangle.
Let's
I
give
think we
one-
dangle.
Let's
One
dangle.
word of the title. Give one word of the title.
The title, that'll be
One
easy. The
word.
title is one word.
One syllable.
Raw.
Raw. Okay. So it's
Yeah.
The Rocketeer, or that's 2 words.
Yeah, it
That's
can't be
3
that.
syllables.
It's-
Rocket Man. Isn't that was Rocket Man?
Is it raw?
Well,
The,
Rocketeer would be one word, I believe.
Is it just? It's not the Rocketeer.
It is probably the Rocketeer.
I'm
That's
trying to
true.
remember from the VHS cover in the video.
This
store.
one is no, it's going to be it's from the movie Rocky. We'll explain more about it.
Okay, it's
later.
from Rocky.
It's
Okay.
from Rocky.
I was
and-
hoping it was raw, like the wrestling.
Like Saturday Night Nitro.
Right. Raw.
Okay.
I don't know
I don't know
the relationship between any of these things.
I don't
sadly.
either.
Sadly. We have another question, yet another question this week. This one is from one of our friends, Isaac. Can you guys introduce Isaac just a little bit while I pull up the question?
Yeah, he's a big time boy. He lives in the Big Apple.
He's
At
a
the
little
top
worm
of
in
the.
Big Apple.
I wouldn't characterize
He's a
him as a
small-
worm.
Disgusting little worm.
Okay,
in the Big
wow.
Apple.
Well, I mean, just in
pretty
terms
rude.
of scale, think about. Do you think you can even fit 8 million worms in the Big Apple? I mean, it's big. It's a
Probably.
big
Yeah,
apple.
Almost
huge
definitely. I
apple.
think if you're just talking about scale, the scale is that he's a human that lives in a human-scaled city. So that's how the scale works.
The scale works like
If
that.
you were
huh?
going to say that he's a worm that lives in the block city that my daughter built the other day, that scale starts to actually make a lot more sense.
But if it's just in an apple, you don't think that scale makes sense?
Oh, you're talking about apples now.
like an
like
apple,
the Big Apple.
an apple in the scale. How big would this apple have to be
It'd have to be a huge
if
apple.
if the worms
Yeah.
are humans sized, not
Right.
human sized? The
I understand.
wait. This might make it easier. If the worms
I
are
hope
human
it
sized, how big does the Big Apple have to be?
Well,
as big as New York.
Approximately the
I
size
think
of
so,
New York.
and
New
I
York
think
City.
we're no longer
So then
in
shrink that down.
right.
Except
now
that-
the worms are the size of worms,
Yeah.
and the apple is the size of Josh.
The apple is
A state park, maybe.
yeah, probably that.
Probably something like that, which
Well,
I
a
think
small state park.
no longer can you classify it as Big Apple. That's a huge apple. So it's not
If
really
it's-
pertinent.
Oh,
If it's the size of the actual, like one of the larger parks.
So that's pretty much all you need to know about Isaac.
Hey team, what's a cheeky little thing to do?
Sometimes we have
wow.
questions that are 2 minutes long, like last week. And this week we have one that I think is under 10 seconds long.
It's making
Look,
up for it. It
It's
all
very
balances
short.
out.
It's very short, but honestly, in my opinion, could be shorter.
Because there
Well,
was
there's quite a gap at the beginning.
It kind of is eating up the scenery a little bit for
There's-
this short question.
There is perhaps some. I mean, I would say there's some hemming. I don't know about hawing, but there's certainly some hemming.
Yes.
it's sometimes those lines are difficult to draw.
And that was
between
interesting.
A hem and a haw.
This the instruction or the question that's put before us today is what's a cheeky little thing to do, and that's interesting.
I thought it
What
was
is
interesting.
cheeky? What exactly is something that's cheeky?
It's I mean, yeah.
What is a cheeky thing at all?
So first of all, there are multiple interpretations of this question that we can get into.
because
But there's only one that matters. Go
Okay.
ahead, Gabe.
No. Well,
Let's
I mean,
see-
I
want to
guess
see if Gabe.
let's
got
handle
it.
let's handle what cheeky is. I guess that was
Yeah.
the first.
cheeky. Well, because do we want to get into impish versus cheeky?
I would say a personified cheeky is the Beatles.
Cheeky.
The Beatles is cheeky.
The Beatles
Yeah.
are cheeky. Like when they first come to the United States and they're giving interviews,
Mm-hmm.
they're cheeky.
They're cheeky. What do you call that
They're
haircut?
cheeky lads.
Arthur,
They're cheeky lads.
you know,
Yeah. Yep.
that sort of thing.
How did you find how'd you find America? Turn left at Greenland.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Cheekiness.
Cheeky.
Which is, only if you're coming from the one direction that they came from, so it makes sense. But if you're
Right.
going a different side of the globe,
it
Yeah.
would be different. It would be different.
It
but
would
for
be
them
different.
It
You
made sense.
turn right at Russia.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it could be that you do, and maybe you go around, and then you could still make that decision at
True.
Greenland if you go
It's true.
if you went all the way around.
I want to
Yeah,
see the
around the world 180
I want to see the
days.
fuel tanks on this plane, though.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, you can get them refueled in the air.
That's true.
So the fuel tanks don't have to be that big.
They don't have to be that big. Okay,
So
well,
it's easy.
all right.
I was-
So, I
if
guess-
you've seen one of movies that Caleb likes, Doctor Strangelove,
you'll know.
yeah, because that is the beginning of the movie.
Uh-huh.
It's
Yeah.
very beautiful.
It's very beautiful. And
And
I don't
see,
think
it's kind of romantic.
I don't think it's really supposed to be a metaphor for anything. or
It doesn't
anything like that.
feel well. I would say in some ways that is quite a cheeky way to
Ooh.
begin,
I
to
would
begin
say
a
so.
movie.
You're
Yeah.
right. You're
Old
right.
Kubi was rather cheeky.
I
Wasn't he?
mean,
Quite
eliciting the idea of a hummingbird going
Yeah.
to feed at a
This is very evocative
Yeah.
imagery,
Hummingbird
isn't
feeder.
feeder.
Yeah.
Yes, at a feeder.
Yeah.
And then
I
also
heard
another thing.
Tarantino's a feeder. Anyway,
Oh yeah. Another thing, this is kind of this maybe isn't cheeky anymore. Beatles went outside of cheeky when John Lennon said they're more popular than Jesus.
Yeah.
Not so cheeky.
not well, and it's less cheeky at that point
What-
because his status has increased. I think.
And what is sort of the dividing line between cheeky and blasphemy?
Right.
Yeah. Well, I will say he wasn't saying that they should be more popular. He was saying like the church is kind of screwing up because the Beatles got more popular than Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, I know, but it still does take someone of a particular mindset to say
Yeah.
yeah.
He was just saying like
he's not taking a shot at to believe that he's not taking a shot at
the church.
religion and yeah.
If they want young people, the church should kind of like take a note from the Beatles and
Yeah.
start doing cool stuff like the Beatles.
Right.
That would have been nice. If
Well, I think they did.
eventually
We kind
they
of
sort
have
of
done that.
They sort of did it. It's been
Yeah.
very successful, and
It's worked great.
so yeah.
No notes. So that is interesting, though. Cheeky, yeah. It's like I feel like it's usually, kind of probably comes from a place of like the court gesture. The court gesture is making fun of the king,
He's-
and I think he's whipping out his butt cheeks, and I think that's where the word comes
That's
from.
where
Whoa.
He's not afraid to. In medieval times, we forget what a ribald sort of society this was,
yeah.
and how.
And how did
Just
he
for the
whip those out?
listener, what is ribald? What does that mean?
Well, ribald, it's like it's kind of bawdy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, like ribald?
like ribald.
Like ribald? How I've always read that word and never heard it spoken.
And Josh, do you mean bowdy?
Yeah. Yeah. Baw.
About.
Bowdy? How
Bowdy.
did they whip their cheeks out, Gabe?
From their pants. And
Well-
with glee.
Okay. I guess that's all.
Yeah.
I just was interested in the mechanics.
no, you
Is
were-
it like a union
Oh,
suit
I thought-
situation?
I don't know. They probably had some sort of what's the reverse side of a cod piece?
What are we imagining the underwear on these medieval people as being. They certainly weren't wearing.
Just the bottom part of your shirt, probably.
That's probably what it is.
what it was.
You should probably just jam it
Yeah.
into your pants.
They whipping out might not be the right word. It might
Yeah.
be more like a gust of wind blew their shirt
Right.
up.
Whoops.
Marilyn Monroe style, and
Yeah.
the gesture's like, you know.
Happy
One of
birthday,
those.
Mr. King.
Happy birthday. Yeah, that would be quite a funny scene to witness, but here we are in modern day, unable to see it.
We just don't even know. But there's a that's almost certainly etymologically where we're arriving at cheeky.
That's I think that sews it up pretty much.
It's sort of a mooning.
There's that's like the ultimate
Yeah.
form, right? It's
Yeah.
like the platonic cheekiness. There's a pun in there, there's all that
Yeah.
pun.
I imagine that the gesture might even do kind of a thing where perhaps he's sort of can't, sort of in a slight squat
Okay.
so that the buttocks protrude somewhat. And then I think it would be funny if he took his hand and brought his hand up to his mouth.
Right.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
But everyone
Oh
knows
my.
it's not
That
really
is on
an accident.
purpose.
It's kind of on purpose. I did a kind of cheeky thing.
Okay.
Oh
this
no.
week. You could get there, as I'm sure you will. When
Yeah.
I say the story.
Okay, I hope that it doesn't. I hope that this about learning this. I hope that learning the story of what happened doesn't make it more confusing about what happened. That would be my fervent prayer.
I do think that we should have Caleb basically do all introductions to any story that happens, because it does provide so much color and context.
I did a cheeky thing, and by the end of this story, you will be at a complete loss as to what the cheeky thing was. I guess
Okay.
I don't know.
I've been messing around with learning how to survive in the wilderness.
Okay.
I made myself a bow drill, and I was just kind of going at it bow drilling
Yeah.
at night.
Yeah.
And for some reason, whatever I had eaten had made me quite flatulent.
Okay.
And so I'm just bow drilling and doing something kind of cool and masculine,
Right.
but just farting.
Undermining
the
it.
whole
Oh,
time.
I thought you were going
lot.
to say
Just-
doing
and
something
with-
kind of cool and masculine and bow drill.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you could say it that way, but it's kind of that funny thing where anytime there's like effort involved and it
Yeah,
forces
something's
out art,
happening.
It's
you
worrying.
know, it makes it. It wasn't worrying. Everything
Yeah.
was fine.
Gotcha.
It was just air.
It's not, but sure.
No, it was literally. I promise you,
Okay, that's a different issue.
just pure oxygen.
It's just O2.
Um,
Okay.
But yeah, when you're sitting down, you're like, okay, I gotta start a fire, and then you're working, and
Right.
yeah, a couple farts slip out.
Yeah. Yeah. And so you'd say that was cheeky.
Well, and the definition of having to do with some
Right.
cheeks, yeah, I guess.
It's
Yeah,
between the cheeky for sure.
Yeah, between the cheeks.
I thought, I don't, you guys can tell me if you think this is good or not. I was not sure if this would be even as good of an example as Caleb's one. But I think if you're trying to answer the question, what's a cheeky little thing to do,
Mm-hmm.
just try saying whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Like,
Yeah.
Or another one I thought of was saying, "Oh wow, that's a big surprise."
okay.
See, I want to clarify. That isn't my cheeky thing to do. That's just a cheeky thing that I did.
Right.
I have another one. but-
Gotcha.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, no, this is just one that I'm throwing out, and
Yeah.
basically just to see if I'm getting it.
I guess I am. Okay, so I thought at first, I thought, yeah, that's pretty good. But are you being cheeky back? Is that the idea?
Someone's asking you like,
And you're like,
they tell
whatever.
you the price of your groceries, and you go,
I actually didn't.
Whatever.
I actually did not think of a context for this. at all.
Okay. I think that is
I think
showing
it's
a
sort
little
of.
bit.
It is a little bit cheeky to be like, yeah, like
That's
I said,
kind of aloof, though.
someone's like, maybe aloof, cheeky.
Whatever.
Is it? Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. Or oh wow, that's a big surprise.
What's a
be
cheeky
good.
thing to do? Oh wow, that's a big surprise. I don't know if I'm
Oh,
tracking.
wow, that's a big sum. You,
Yeah.
you put, I mean,
you
in
know
the
what,
same
I-
context.
I
you-
feel
groceries rung up.
yeah.
They tells you the price back, and you go, "Oh wow, that's a big surprise."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like what you. The subtext is like I already did the math and added the tax.
Yeah, that is.
Oh
it.
wow, big surprise!
Oh, wow.
I already knew
Yeah.
that.
And then
Yeah.
hold your phone up and have the price
Yeah.
already there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, that's a big surprise. I already knew it.
I already knew that.
Kept track of all the prices.
See,
and
I
did
think
the tax.
I think it would be kind of cheeky to do that. To do that, that's good.
Yeah.
And then
it
maybe
is good.
and then maybe
good.
after each individual item to do the same thing.
I know.
Just for each item. Oh wow.
Yeah,
You have the price on your
you,
phone.
Right.
you have it on several different notes
Yep.
that you've written
You're
out. The
flipping between
formulas
Okay.
for each added item has the total
the total.
Also.
Yep.
It's
Well, no,
like tracking when you're like, oh yeah,
And
no,
she
I already
reaches for an item that's out of the sequence you wrote. You go, no.
knew. Yeah, you have ordered.
You've definitely you have that
ordered
luxury.
Everything.
You have that
on-
luxury. In this situation, you shouldn't get anything that's frozen and will melt because you're going to
Let's
have
put
to
that first,
get
yeah.
a lot of things into your cart.
Yeah.
Get them organized, then build your list of prices.
And space them out on the conveyor belt so she doesn't reach, beyond. It's a woman. I don't know.
Beginner version. Just get a whole bunch of one thing.
Yep.
That's true.
Beginner
And then you could
yeah,
just
makes it easy.
Or just find all
So-
of the different items that are the
Yeah.
exact same price.
Yeah. That's good too.
So
That's
when
a
I
big
heard this
surprise.
question, and because I know Isaac and he's a worm in NYC.
He's not a worm in NYC.
Well, that's what you said.
No, he's a
said he's-
disgusting little worm in the Big Apple.
Okay. All right.
I'm not calling him
Anyway,
a worm.
it really sounded like it.
Worms want to be disgusting. So a disgusting
I
worm
mean, I don't
is
think
like a
desire
good
has anything to
worm.
do with it. I think they just are. At any rate, so because I know this about Isaac, when he asked me the question of what's a cheeky little thing to do, I immediately thought, if I were to describe Isaac, I would maybe describe him as a cheeky little thing.
Yeah. He's cheeky.
And maybe he's asking, what's he supposed to do?
Interesting.
And I didn't come up with an answer for that either.
I
That.
have one.
But I thought that was an interesting little spin on the question. And really, they're the same question.
Yeah.
Because what can a cheeky little thing do? A cheeky little thing like Isaac do other
Yeah.
than what's cheeky?
Right.
This
It is
isn't-
in his nature to be cheeky.
right.
Yes, just as the worm is to be disgusting.
Right. And in the Big Apple.
I guess what I was saying is, Isaac is a cheeky little man in New York City. That's really
There
the
you go.
right way to put
It's a
it.
cheeky little thing.
Cheeky little thing in New York City.
it.
That sounds like a Lou Reed song.
Cheeky little thing.
And New York City.
Yeah. My cheeky little thing
Cheeky little
is
thing.
you're driving.
Work on my Lou Reed. Sorry.
That's okay.
Go ahead.
You're
we'd love to hear
driving
it.
in a car,
Mm.
and you get pulled over, and the cop asks you for your license and registration, and you explain to him that you don't need a license to travel. It's unconstitutional. They require a license from you.
The cheekiest of
Yes.
individuals.
And so
sovereign
you-
citizens.
Yeah, I'm a sovereign citizen, and I don't. It's actually
See how my name is actually
unconstitutional.
printed in all caps? That means it doesn't actually refer to me.
It refers to this other entity,
It's not me.
not me.
Interesting.
Yep. And so I don't need a license to travel.
Yeah.
And then as soon as the cop comes back and says, well, you're not getting a license to travel, you're getting a license to operate a motor vehicle. That's what the license is for. don't even go into your prepared remarks
Right.
with saying, well, but with modern society and development of roads and systems like that, basically it's one and the same in effect, is that to operate a motor vehicle
Is to
travel now.
Hmm.
And so, but don't do that. As soon as he gives you back his statement, you just show him your license. You have a license.
Right.
So just show
it's
it
not
to
a
him.
problem.
Yeah.
Just give him your license.
Okay.
But it was kind of fun, and he'll enjoy it too.
You know how you can tell
not-
a cop isn't enjoying something is
Yeah.
if they put their hand on their gun.
Yeah.
And sort of unsnap.
That's how
snap
you
on the
That's how you
holster.
can tell that I am enjoying something too.
Yeah, that's true.
I am about to have a really good time. Finally,
Yes. Finally, I'll get what I want.
finally, I'm being
Shot
called
by a
on.
cop.
Finally, I'm being called on to protect.
Finally, suicide by cop.
The sweet release.
Yeah, but anyway, that's
Speaking
a
of Blue
cheeky-
Reed,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
suicide by cop.
No, he just committed
Sweet.
suicide.
Oh,
sweet release.
lame.
No,
so
he didn't.
Kind of not.
He died of cancer, I think.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like your body eating itself. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like suicide.
We should definitely go back and change all those records.
Yeah.
Everybody.
They can't be buried in the same graveyard. They have to be interred.
Do you think Lewis Reed, as he's famously been called on another podcast, was he buried in a Jewish cemetery? Do we think? Did he make it? Did he have
Does he have
ink?
tattoos?
Was he one?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
He was a Jewish cemetery.
I had another idea. If you're buying alcohol at a store, you could start to hand one credit card to the cashier and then go, and kind of react and go, actually, my wife will see that transaction on that card. So if you could please use this one instead and give them a different card, and kind of you can act relieved then, and then say, she promised to leave me if I start drinking again. I thought that would be quite cheeky.
I mean, I love the idea of really upping the stakes of this simple transaction and for no reason. It's not true.
Just for the
She won't see it.
And
She
I-
never
just for
checks
the
the bank
sheer-
account.
just for the sheer pleasure of cheek.
I think it would also be really, it would add to the whole picture if it's just like a normal, the first card is just like a normal card, like just
Yeah.
like it's blue with a white streak on it and it's silver on the other side or whatever.
Yeah.
That sort of thing, just like normal bank card.
Yeah.
And then the second card that you give her, that's like, I guess your secret personal card is like Baby Yoda on it or something.
I was thinking like you could do custom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
cards.
it's
like
custom.
Daddy's fun card
Yeah.
would be good.
Exactly.
That's good.
Yeah.
Or if it just says groceries on it or something.
Or it's just like it's just like
It's Stranger Things card.
Yeah. The whole cast.
yeah,
The kids.
that's good.
It's really cool. I got this because my kid said this is a good show.
I have kids.
And I don't get much interaction with them, so I really treasure what they say.
I like to be reminded of my children when I come to secretly buy alcohol.
And it was, and you're
Maybe it would be a deterrent, but it just never is. Now, whenever I hear the Stranger Things theme, I'm straight out the door,
Yep.
going to the store.
and it was a bit of a choice to have a card that uses the Stranger Things cast to remind me of my children instead of a photo of my children.
Well, that
On
seems
my card.
insane. That
Yeah.
seems insane to have a picture of your children on a card that
Yeah.
you're going to use to buy alcohol secretly?
Yeah, crazy.
No way.
What if somebody steals it? They got a picture of your kids and your credit card.
Yeah.
It's not good
And your wife's not even going to be checking that one.
to alert you. Guys, how do we feel about where we're at with Isaac's question.
I mean, we threw out some good options.
I think those are good options. I think those are cheeky little things to do. I think having, as you go through life, it's fun to, when you have the energy for it, as I find I often do not, to approach the people that you come in contact with a readiness to just have a little.
Yes. Okay.
Just a little
Actually,
something.
is coming to mind. Last week, I saw that my internet bill was going to go up because a promotion that I was benefiting from was going to expire, and I cannot countenance such a thing. And I had just gotten an offer from a competing company for much lower internet, much lower price for my internet. Internet was the same. Yeah, same internet.
You are smart.
And so
You're so smart. You're learning so well. Dude.
And so I said, "Hey guys, this other company offered me a better deal. Can you match it?" And they said, "We love you so much. We value you deeply. We love that you're loyal to us, which is why we charge you. We are about to start charging you literally twice as much as a new customer. And that's how we can demonstrate to you that we value loyalty, is by charging you twice as much for the same service as a new customer would pay." At any rate, after the discussion, I did get her to give me another promotion. Her name was Zadora. She was very helpful. And then while she was working on applying this promotion to my account, she asked me what my hobbies are. What do I do in my free time? To keep me on the line, connected, and active in the chat box that we were interacting through. This could have been a robot.
Right.
I assume it wasn't a robot because at first it was a robot, and then I said, I need to negotiate a deal here, essentially. And they're like, "We'll get you connected with a human." And she was making all sorts of spelling and grammar mistakes, so I assume that she's not a robot. But anyway, she asked me what my hobbies are, and I said, "I enjoy watching films." I said, "I watched a very scary one last night. It's called Barbarian. Have you seen it?" And she said, "Yes, a thriller. I haven't seen it. I like movies like Pride and Prejudice and The Notebook." And I said, "Well, I haven't seen The Notebook, but my wife and I like Pride and Prejudice." And then I recommended a recent romantic comedy that we had watched to her and really insisted that she watch it. I said, "It's really good. If you like stuff like that, I think you'll really like this movie. It's funny. It's very heartfelt." And she said, "Oh yeah, sounds really good." I said, "Do you think so I pushed. I said, "Do you think you're going to watch it?" She was like, "Thank you for getting in touch with us. Answer the survey." At the end, I was like, "Do you think you're going to watch it?" And she said, "Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure when." And I said, "Well, when are you going to watch it?" And Zadora said, "You know what? I was planning on watching a movie this weekend. I'll make sure that I watch The Ballad of Wallace Island this weekend." and then we were disconnected before I could really ask, like, "How are you going to let me know that you watched it, and what did you think of it?"
She was the whole time just jamming on the button to try to
disconnect. That's good.
But I did think it was nice that Zoe was the AI agent that connected me to Zadora, and she helped me get a better deal on my Ziply fiber internet service.
Z's.
So just
Triple
Z's, and I wasn't asleep by the end of it, but you might be now.
Wow. I was gonna say, for as far as cheekiness, we really kind of focused on transactions.
Yeah, that's we started there. We did very much get stuck there. I do find that this is true on this podcast. Is true in my writing. That really the only times that I come in contact with people that I'm not related to is when I'm just buying something at a store.
Yeah,
so it doesn't surprise me that.
Yeah.
That's.
I mean, I was going to add that it is also like we compared it to the king and the gesture earlier,
right.
And I think that is the closest we get in modern life is the
cashier.
The cashier is the king, and I'm the gesture.
Okay.
Just performing for
royalty.
Yeah, just to see that spark of joy on their face.
I was going to say, I think we've already suggested cheeky things. I think wearing a full suit of clothes under your clothes, or not suit of clothes, but some kind of skin tone onesie under your clothes for when your doctor asks you to
called it a nude suit.
A nude suit, suit. If you wear a nude suit, that's cheeky.
It's quite cheeky.
It's kind of cheeky and not being cheeky.
Right.
Absolutely.
I think that's a good one.
That is pretty good.
Yeah,
What
there's
have we-
there's some good options out there, Isaac. So
comb through some of the back catalog.
Yeah.
I think you'll find some good indications.
We like to
Lots of-
talk about being cheeky.
our content is rife with cheek.
Thanks so much for listening to Advanced Answering Techniques. We do have a radio play still to perform, but if you would like your questions treated the way that we've treated Isaac's question, you can please send those into advancedansweringtechniques@gmail.com.
And it's going to come up right after this ad break, right, Josh?
Right after this ad break begins now.
Donuts.
Sturvinson.com.
Substack.
Go to Sturvinson.com
Go to
and then
Sturvinson.com and then
you'll see that there's a 403 or whatever.
it's actually, I think it's still live.
Oh, it is, okay.
Sturvinson.com is still live, but go to Sturvinson.substack.com and check out some of the content there. I've been putting some poems up. I put a poem up that a friend of mine referred to as intensely pleasurable.
Oh, jeez.
Wow. That's good. I was doing an ad for donuts.
I'd love to hear. I'd like
Let's hear the
donuts to get a
donut
little
ad.
bit of love.
Round rings of fried dough, glazed, sugared, iced. However you like 'em, eat 'em.
That's good. And how is your new job on the Donut Council going? Caleb, the chairman of the Donut Council.
It's fine. I'm putting in a little time there.
They hired you because they were like, this guy's got some really good ideas about what we can do to get the word out about donuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Spell it different ways. We don't care. Eat 'em.
Yeah. OUGH or ONUT.
two T's at
Yeah.
the end.
No holes, though. No holes.
I mean, wait a second. So you're
You're
doing
just-
filled donuts?
No.
Just
It's the ring-shaped fried dough,
Oh, okay.
but no donut
Oh,
holes.
no
That's
donut
not a
holes. I see.
donut.
Oh,
Get that
okay.
out of here.
yeah.
Yeah, because the saying no holes
I
No
know.
holes.
I know.
No
That-
is
holes.
confusing for the donut thing because donuts traditionally do have holes unless they're a
It's-
filled kind of donut.
I think that would be. That I would love to see you produce like a billboard.
Yeah,
That's
well, I was gonna say
No holes.
Eat donuts.
after the Donut Council hears this, they're gonna be like, "Oh, we may not have made the right choice."
No, they know because we hate the donut holes. You think, you can make a fried? That's easy.
Yeah,
A little fried.
that's there's no
Thing.
challenge in that.
Yeah. The whole beauty of the donut is that there's challenge. How do you
remember-
make that little? How do you put the hole?
How
in the
does this
donut?
even happen?
Yeah.
The I remember the first time I ever saw like donut holes, like the product.
Mhm.
Just thinking, being confused by it, because I had never thought that the way donuts were made, where you make like a piece of dough into a circle
A
and then
disc.
punch out the middle
Yeah.
of it. I was actually, it took me a while to get what the idea of like a donut hole as a thing was.
Well, it's
Didn't
it's
make any
kind
sense
of
to
like
me.
it's kind of like inventing the zero to the Romans.
Yes.
The Romans didn't have a way of expressing
They didn't.
nothing. So
It took the Arabs.
it took the Arabs to do that, and then it took America to find the void of the donut.
Why don't they
The
just?
hole.
us
The hole. A donut hole is a
It's a
what?
void.
A sphere of dough, of fried
Was it?
dough.
Now I'm thinking, was
that's
it Arabs
crazy.
or was it? I think it might
It's
have been
Arabs.
India.
I think it was.
Well, you might. Be
I think
right.
it might have been in India.
Algebra.
but
Yeah,
do you?
algebra
Okay, if the
Arabs.
Romans it came up with zero, what would it be? Like J?
Probably
I
J.
don't know.
I mean, the
J's
problem
not
with that.
taken,
The problem with
is it?
that is J is essentially it's. I think it's an I in the Latin
Gosh,
alphabet.
those guys.
So it's not.
Good
They
riddance.
didn't know about J yet.
They
Give
didn't.
them
They
a
hadn't figured out.
break.
They
J.
had forgotten.
Didn't
They
know
forgot
about-
about J.
Didn't know
But
about
they
zeros.
didn't even know about J.
And they didn't even know about J.
Yeah. This ad break is over.
Let's do it, guys. Okay, so this is a radio play set in the world of Rocky.
The Rocky verse.
This, I think, the right way to think about this is maybe when Stallone was writing Rocky, this was something that he had included. This was a scene sort of at the end of the movie. The movie ends really dramatically.
Yes, it is.
Quite dramatically.
Right.
Rocky goes up against Apollo Creed. He loses. I think is it a knockout or is it by decision?
It's by decision.
It's by decision.
He goes way many rounds.
He goes really hard, but he is.
And the winner after way many rounds, Apollo Creed.
And
That was almost too many rounds.
It was way many, but it was almost too many.
too many rounds.
It was almost too many rounds.
But I don't know. Maybe I miscast this. I'm hearing Gabe's Rocky.
I think you did, but
no,
it's fine.
No, it's fine.
Oh, good.
No, it's fine. I have an idea for my character.
I don't know. You know what I mean?
And so this would be a scene that after that, first of all, it does intimate that some other things have occurred during the last fight, and then this is a scene that would happen sort of. I think it does sort of change the dynamic of the movie right at the end.
Because it really, it's it's the plot climax,
Right.
and it's like the emotional climax of the whole thing.
Right.
It's so intense right at the end.
Yes,
Yeah.
And then it just kind of ends.
Adrian, and then
Yeah.
Adrian comes
Fantastic
to him,
movie.
and it's great.
But
It's a wonderful movie.
But
And,
maybe you are wanting a little more closure with some of the
Yeah,
stuff.
and maybe we'll just see if this was if it was good that they lost this scene.
Okay.
So we're opening, and it's kind of in a, kind of a cushy hotel room. It's like like you're like an important meeting is you booked this room. This is an important meeting.
Well, that's it, Mr. Rocky. I think this is a very generous.
This was, and I should say,
I don't think
Gabe's-
that's gonna work.
Okay.
No, do it. No.
That's gonna be
Gabe,
too
please do it.
confusing.
We should just say that Gabe is not Rocky.
No. And
Well-
so we open with a marketing representative from some company talking to Rocky.
Well, that's it, Mr. Rocky. I think this is a very generous offer.
Geez, Rock, you got to consider it at least as good money.
I don't know, Paulie. I really appreciate it, Mr. Grisbaum, the offer, but kind of puts me in like a certain light, though.
If you mean a green light, like as in the color of money, and as the color of everyone's favorite traffic signal, you're right. It's a good light.
It's a good light.
It's a good light.
It's a good light.
It's a good light. Come on, what do you want? It's good.
Well, okay. I don't know. Seems like my image has been, what do you say, tarnished a little bit. Apollo Creed, took me down a few. The man hits. Yikes. It's no joke. You get hit like that, lose control of your bowels on the TV. 1 minute, bowels under control, tight as a drum. Pow, zing. Got a certain punch. Kiss bowel control goodbye, All of a sudden, your bowels are loose like a cold sock. Loose. Or like I said, cold, like an old cold sock. Loose like, God forbid, a kid in a candy store.
So what? You lose control of your bowels on TV, so what? Anyone gets hit like that. They experience loss of control in the bowel area. People get that. Joe Schmo watching TV in a dirty T-shirt, God forbid, he gets that.
I don't know. Green light? I don't know if it's a green light. Puts me in kind of a brown light. You know what I'm saying?
Look, I appreciate your concern, Rock. I really do. You're only right to get a little spookus about it. But you got to think about this. You got to be smart. Yeah, you got clocked so hard that you had to let go, loosen your control over your bowels. And in many ways, it couldn't have happened at a worse time. All eyes were on you. TV, thousands of people, front page news, magazine articles. Everyone knows it happened, and you can't change that. So then what do you want to do? That's part of history now. Fall of Rome, Battle of Hastings, Rocky Balboa getting hit so hard he loses all meaningful control of his bowels. Now, you can be the guy who went down to Browntown, and you can get bupkis. You get nothing. Or you can be the guy who filled his shorts and his bank account.
I gotta say, Ron, I know which guy I want to be.
I gotta be smart, sure. This product, it's wipes. Like babies need wipes. I don't want to be the wipes guy for the public to view me in that certain light.
Now, Rocky. These are wipes for the discerning and sophisticated gentleman. These are wipes with that air of refinement and class. The man who would master the boardroom, the barroom, need I mention the bedroom? Must he not first master the bathroom? These aren't just wipes, a tool of hygiene. These wipes are wet little tickets to an experience of luxury. Wet little tickets to a cruise on sumptuous seas across opulent oceans.
Hey, go easy, Mr. Grisbaum. It's almost Shabbos. So cool there with the heavy lifting, you know. Getting sweaty in here. What's that name again?
Rocky Balboa's man rags. Real men, real clean.
All right. That's all right. But in the commercial that you read me, I don't like the award. They're giving me that award for having the cleanest area back there. I don't like that. I don't care for that.
Mr. Rocky, we'll figure something out.
And scene.
Okay. I mean, that's definitely, I think it's ahead of its time.
Yeah.
Because I don't know that we're product deals, like endorsements and deals like that as common back in, for boxers. And
I don't know. I don't know how many boxers were
Blood sportsmen.
doing that, but they were. There was it wasn't unheard of.
Okay.
And I think there might be in later Rocky movies,
Yeah.
similar scenes like kind of like this, like dealing with promotional stuff and all.
And I did like, Caleb, how you, because I've talked with you about Rocky the movie a lot, and your kind of main contention is that it's good except for the Rocky Balboa character should have been played by Christopher Walken. So
It's one of my
real-
big things.
you kind of snuck
Casting
that
mistake.
in there.
Yeah.
Adrian.
Adrian.
Yeah, and it makes sense, of course, that they cast Sylvester Stallone since he's the writer, director,
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
But if this had been done in a different fashion, if it hadn't been his pet project,
Right.
Christopher Walken is a shoo-in.
Oh,
Yeah.
certainly.
Set it in Queens, not Philadelphia.
No.
Now we've
Still
got
in Philadelphia.
Okay.
Yeah. Just for some reason it has
Well, he's
a geographically eccentric accent.
yeah. That's
Well,
Did
actually,
you
it's a
read my Substack post?
It was called geographically eccentric accents.
Yeah.
I mean, just on this specific issue. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and you do use Christopher Walken's casting in Annie Hall as a boy from like Minnesota or Wisconsin as proof that you can do it and win a freaking Oscar.
Or in Dune as King of the Universe.
Yeah, I mean, I buy that.
King of the
though.
Universe has this accent. Okay.
He's probably from Queens.
King of
King of the
Queens.
The King of Queens.
King of Queens. Kevin.
Yeah.
What's his name? He does
James.
a good Rocky accent.
Does he?
Does
He
he?
does.
Does a pretty good Rocky.
I know. I lost my.
I really appreciate that.
Good Rocky accent.
I had my way in was through my kid brother Frankie. I don't know. I had it for a while.
I don't know. You know what I mean? When I started fighting.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what I mean?
I really
I
appreciate
don't know.
it.
You know what I mean? Really appreciate it. It's me, Sly Stallone.
You got a little.
bubble in your throat.
Get down in there.
He's got some. He's got some of that.
Oh.
Yeah, you gotta.
Oh.
All right, Rock. You want to go get some Taco Bell it's Demolition Man.
Well,
He's talking to himself in the mirror.
he's doing Taxi Driver,
Right.
Robert De Niro, but he's talking.
Hey,
what's
hey,
up,
what's
dude?
up, Rock? You wanna go get
Hey, you
some
talking?
taco?
You talking to me?
You talking to me?
You Taco Bell into me.
Hey, you want to Taco Bell with me? You want to Taco Bell with me? Hey, yo, I'm knocking my bum. Yo, I can punch a lot, and I can do it.
And that's the Pixar.
There you go.
I mean, I know Stitch isn't Pixar, but
Hey, I'm knocking my bum. I got turned into a car. I'm automatic. Fucking my bum, I'm a man with an automatic vehicle.
I'm Rocky Balboa.
I'm a man. You wouldn't want to play buck with that guy.
Bye.
bye.
Bye.